Hey everyone, Casey here from Clientric. In today's video, I'll be talking about communication and the key role it plays in your business. Before diving in though, please make sure you're subscribing to our channel as well as liking and commenting on these videos. It's extremely important to me to reach more people like yourself so we can continue to share our content with the people who need it most. All right, look, I'm sure you know this already, but communication is essential to a successful business. Proper communication between the team, internal, and communication between your clients or customers, external, is the holy grail we are all looking to achieve. No matter how far we go or how close we get, we never seem to be able to reach it. There's always something that breaks down, and when it does, it starts to break down spectacularly. Knowing this though, we can actually make plans around communication breakdown and put as many processes to fill the gaps where these communication breakdowns seem to be happening. Let's first talk about internal communication breakdowns and how you might be able to address them. First and foremost, your team has to have an easy way to communicate with one another. Whether you're in an office or in a remote company doesn't really matter. Within the office, usually you just get up and go over and talk to someone or send a quick email. However, there are problems with this. These in-person conversations are not documented. In-person conversations are great for a lot of reasons, but the biggest downside is if no one is noting down their ideas, then what are the other stakeholders or team members going to do when they need this information? They're going to be missing valuable context and likely causing internal communications issues. We see at least 3 ways to solve this. One is internal communications tools like Slack, Google Chats, or Zoho Click. Another is project management software that will allow you to keep track of all the task information. And the third is a video recording tool where the team can record their ideas and the content as it comes into their brain and out to the rest of the team. Now, internal communication tools are a great way to communicate with the team and ask questions to a larger group where everyone may need to be aware of the conversation that's actually happening. It allows you to get input quickly with everyone else in a disparate environment. Using project management software, however, allows you to keep track of tasks way better and on a more granular level. We use a variety of tools to keep track of our tasks that are on the go. One of them is Zoho Projects. They are a great way to add additional communication layers to your team so that the context is kept to those specific tasks and they're not getting lost in email threads or messaging. This is something that can also be referenced by the rest of your team anytime, especially if the customer has any questions or concerns. The last way to really supercharge your internal communications is to use something like Loom. We are incredibly heavy Loom users internally. It's very nice for remote communication as it captures both video and screen recordings. If you weren't aware, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So what does a video make? Instead of typing out everything and having the team interpret things incorrectly, you can talk and show video of you doing something or reviewing something and talking about it at the same time. Now, if you're unable to meet up or for whatever reason, this is a great way to share knowledge between different teams and departments. This again alleviates some of the issues you might be facing through any ambiguity issues or in your team's communication style. I know that was a lot. There is more to go on in internal communication, but I will not go there. So let's take a look at some external solutions and see what's happening. So typically the breakdowns here come from the team not responding when they should, forgetting about emails and reaching out, or not being proactive enough and not clearly explaining what's going on to set the proper expectations. It really does come down to expectations. If your expectations and the client's expectations are not matching up, then it's going to cause an issue. So why? Well, this is trickier as it could be processes that need to be updated, maybe technology failed you, or any number of other issues. The most important thing you can do though is proactively communicate with your customers and decide on the modes of communication you need to use. Do you want to use email, text messages, video meetings, in-person meetings? The list goes on. Decide on what is best for your customers and what will still be easy on your team. Make sure there is a central repository of client communication somewhere, likely in your CRM. If you have different communications here, there, and everywhere, your team is not going to know where to find anything. Make sure you structure this in such a way so that everyone knows where to look for client communications. In addition, your team needs to take notes. Notes should be used as a contextual reference for your team to ensure they have the most up-to-date information on the service or product your customer is purchasing. Now, additionally, make sure you explain things clearly to your customers and they have a full understanding of what you're actually trying to say. There is nothing worse than explaining something to your customer, them nodding along, leaving, and then it turns out their expectations were different from what you thought they understood. This makes your customers unhappy, frustrated, and likely to leave a bad review, which is never good. One way to combat this is better emails, or maybe more emails explaining a complicated process to give your customer more time to understand and ask questions. Another is to utilize something like Loom again, which allows you to create videos and brings that contextual explanation through video. This allows you to walk your client through a contract you're getting them to sign, give you perfect time to record yourself talking about what you need them to actually do, why, and how it will impact their experience. It's just another way to make sure they actually understand what you're trying to tell them. Lastly, look for ways to make your communications process smoother with customers. By combining or separating communications to make what you're trying to say easier to understand, and always ensure that they fully understood what you told them. The more you have in writing, the more you can CYA in case something goes sideways. So it never hurts to have more communication in writing either. Once you see that you and your team and your clients are all on the same page, you're going to realize how effortless everything really was. You don't need to do much other than just sit back, watch the machine hum. The fires you were used to putting out will be a thing of the past. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and if you got any value out of it, I ask that you like the video below, give me a thumbs up in the comments. I will take anything from you as long as you're willing to provide it. As always, if you aren't already subscribed, I'm going to ask that you subscribe to the channel now to help us to continue to get our message out there. That's all for this video. We can't wait to see you in the next one. Have a great week ahead. Bye for now.